Drawing a pet bird. Today you need a pencil and an eraser, some crayons, watercolors and brush, a container of water, and a paper towel or a napkin to dry your brush. Hi, welcome back. Did you ever wish that you had a pet bird? I used to have pet birds, and I don't have pet birds anymore, not real ones, but I do have this one. This is not a real one, but it looks and sounds pretty real. But I thought that you might want to have a pet bird too, and today we're going to learn to draw ourselves a pet bird. My pet bird's name is Sweetie. Sweetie is the perfect name for my bird because Sweetie starts with the letter S. And the letter S is what we need to start drawing our bird. Are you ready? Here we go. Put your piece of paper in the up and down vertical position so it's in the tall way. Take your pencil and start kind of near the top. And let's come around and curve around and make for ourselves a big letter S. Now, this top part is going to be the head of my bird. See, here's my drawing of a pet bird. And I'm going to show you the rest of how to make that. So here I am near the top, and I want to give my bird some eyes. I'm going to give it some good eyes there. And I want to give my bird a beak. Here's how you do that. Take one eye and connect it to the other one. Then make a letter V. Come to this point under this eye and just come down a little bit and connect over. Now we have a beak. I'm also going to give Sweetie, my bird, a cheek. A little circle there for its cheek. Now it's time to finish the rest of my bird. So I'm going to come back to the beak area and come in just a little bit. And make another big curve for coming down and making a big tummy for my bird. There. I also want to finish up the wing. So I'm going to come here where I think the wing might start, and I'm going to connect it on to my letter S. My letter S went out pretty far. I can fix that if I want to and make it a better shape. There. Now, my bird is going to be sitting on a branch, so my bird needs some feet. I'm putting 3 curvy lines for one foot and 3 curvy lines for the other foot. If you want, you can kind of put them together and make sort of that shape, but you don't have to. Now that it has feet, I want it to sit on a branch. My branch is going to come at an angle. My bird's at an angle, and we'll put a tail on it soon, but first we'll put the branch. So I'm going to come right here to where this foot meets the body, and I'm going to make my branch go up and out to the edge of the paper. Then I'm going to come back to where the body is here and make my branch continue down that way. Well, that is a pretty skinny branch, isn't it? I need to make it fatter. So just make another line underneath that one and make it also go off the edges of the paper like that. Now we can give Sweetie a tail. The tail's going to start right here where the wing and the body meet up. But I can't see the tail when the branch is in front of it. So I'm going to skip over here. I'm going to pretend this branch is in front of this tail. So that means I can't see it right here. Oh, I'm skipping over to there. And I'm going to come out down there. And I'm going to make a big letter V, really big. And then I can come back up. And now my bird has a tail. I might want to add some more details to my bird, like maybe some feathers in the wing. So I'm just going to quickly give it some feathers by making these kind of shapes. And my bird is very cute. It has this little feather that sticks up on the top of its head and connects on like that. Isn't that cute? Okay, down in the tail here, I'm just going to put the direction of the feathers. All the feathers come down this way. Now I've got some detail in my bird. I want to have some detail in my branch too. Some leaves. There's different ways to make leaves, and you can make leaves any way you want to. But one kind of fun way that you might not have thought of to make a leaf is to make kind of a ferny leaf, like a leaf that has lots of little parts. So I just go out here where the size I want my leaf to be, and I make a little circle, and another, and another, and they can get bigger, these circles, as you go down towards your branch. Connect it all the way down to the branch. Now make another one. This is a line of circles. And if we do enough of these lines of circles and we come together at the end, we end up having something that looks like kind of a complicated leaf. Some of it I can't see because it's going to go off the paper there. I think I want a few more here though. Maybe one that goes out this way. And maybe there's some of this leaf that's showing underneath. So I'm going to make some of it go on the other side of my branch too. Getting smaller. Let me start with the small one out here. You see how I start small when it's way far away from the branch, and the circles get bigger as I get close to the branch? I'll pretend it goes off the edge of the paper and I can't even see it. There's one kind of interesting leaf. I think I'll make another one over here. Now, if you have a better way that you like to make leaves, you can go right ahead and draw it your way if you want to. But this is one way that's kind of fun to try if you've never done it. And it doesn't take too long, and all of a sudden you have kind of an interesting looking leaf. Looks almost tropical. Okay, how about a little bit coming out over here? How about that? Now, my tail's here, so if I'm putting some leaf here, I probably want it to go behind the tail, so I won't see all of it. The tail is there first. The tail's covering it up. And I like seeing the tail. Okay, that's probably enough leaf on my picture, but I have a lot of space back here. So I'm just going to give myself a cloud. Hey, my cloud went right into my bird. Well, it would come behind my bird, so I can skip over. It ended here. Skip over. Find the place it skips over. And clouds can be almost any shape. Skip behind my bird. Make it any shape you want. There's my cloud. And I think that's enough to have on my picture. If you have extra space, maybe you want a sun or a different cloud or maybe some more branches and leaves, I'll leave that up to you to make your whole picture look really nice. When you have everything drawn the way you want it in pencil, find yourself some crayons. I'm going to outline my bird with purple. You can use any color that you like. But I don't really like to outline things in black myself too much. That gets pretty dark. So usually I use purple instead of black. It's just more colorful. And I'm going to go over every single pencil line that I made. It's faster than the first time though, because all you have to do is follow what you already did. And just go over every single part. Okay, maybe I'll work kind of quickly because I want to show you the next part afterwards. Maybe I'll just do the bird so you don't have to watch the whole thing. We'll see. Well, maybe I can do it quickly because then I'll have a whole finished up piece. So you want to go over everything. You don't have to outline like I'm doing if you don't want to. You don't have to outline in purple, but you need to color the whole thing in. Do outline at least your bird. At least your bird needs a nice dark outline, even if it's not purple. Maybe it's a blue outline, or maybe it's black or brown. But do give it, or maybe it's green. I don't know. Whatever it is, give it a nice dark outline, and then you're going to color it in with your crayons. You don't need to color the whole background, the whole sky and all that. Okay, so I would also do that and even go around. Oops, guess what? I didn't go exactly over what I drew in pencil, and I can see a pencil mark. And because I'm a little fussy, I'm just going to erase that. It's still good because it's a cloud. And I'm going to go over every pencil line here very quickly. And I'm going to color fast. You can take your time and make your coloring really good, but I'm going to color fast when I finish this so that you can see the next part. Okay, so I would want to color this in. Maybe I want to color in my wings and the cheek. You can color it any colors in any way you want to. Don't have to do it the colors I'm using. In fact, maybe you have more interesting colors you want to pick. That's up to you. But I would color this all in as well as I can. I'm going to just finish my bird here. You can use lots of colors. I like to make my bird different colors of green. And if you follow the shapes that are there, it helps your bird to look more rounded. And if you use the sides of your crayon, you can color in big areas faster. Let's give its beak some color. Don't forget its feet. And then you would want to color your branch. You could color it better than this, but I'm doing it fast. And I'm going to very quickly color in some of my leaves too, because soon I'll be ready for the watercolor. So here I go. I'm just going to color those circle things in for my leaves. Have you ever seen red leaves like this? I have. Okay, and maybe I'll color a little bit into my cloud as well. Some blue here. I don't have to color the whole thing too precisely because I'm going to come with my watercolor in a minute. And that'll fill in really well. Okay, that's pretty good, huh? You just fix my branch a little. Give it a little shadow on the bottom. There. Okay, I think that's enough coloring. I'm not coloring all the whole background because what I'm going to do is pick one color. And I'm kind of redoing the painting I finished that I showed you before, showing you how I did that one. So I'll just pick the same color, but you can pick any color you want for your background color. When you use watercolor, take your brush and start by dipping it into your water container. Then choose which color you want. I'm picking red. And look, I'm going to put water right on top of that red. And then I'm going to put it right on here. And I'm going back and adding more water. For this kind of project, we need a lot of water. More water almost than the paint. Now, if I think it's getting too light, I go back and add more. I am using the side of my brush. And I'm not even really holding my brush like a pencil. I'm holding my brush like that. And you can come right over everything on the paper with that one color. If you want, you can use more than one color. But you just come right over it. You can add water. You can add color. And you just come over everything with your watercolor like that, the side of it. Using the side of the brush, you can go pretty fast. Move your arm back and forth, and it fills the color in. I got a little on my table, but I'm not even too worried about it because watercolor cleans up really well. Watch, I can do this. Dip my watercolor, my napkin in there, and it's gone. Just clean it with water. So I like that. Watercolor is very neat painting usually. Okay, and I'm going to go over everything. Go over my bird, go over my branch, go over everything. I don't think that this would work well with the color black. And I don't think it would work too well with the color brown. It might work with the blue, it might work with the purple, but don't use black or brown for your background because it will be very, very dark. But any of the other colors, I think in your watercolor set, should work pretty well. Could be yellow, could be orange, could be blue, whatever color you want back there in the sky. It's up to you. I wanted a kind of a pink sky. So there you go. And if some of it is a little bit white, that's okay too. Color in as much as you can, but you don't have to be very fussy about the background. Now, sometimes I like to come back and put even a little more color on top if I want it to be a little darker in places and really emphasize those places. You can come back in and use the side and add some color on top of it. Wow, that's great. It's fun. And now you can see that. So when you're all finished painting, put your brush back into the water. All you have to do to clean watercolor is take this to running water in your sink and just for like a couple seconds get your brush wet with clean running water. Make sure that the hairs of the brush stay together like that. Sometimes people push down with their brush and all the hairs go out. Then it doesn't work as well. You want the brush hairs to stay together in a nice point like that, even when you're painting and when you're not painting as well. So when I dry it, I just go like that, run it up, and it gets all clean. Okay, when you're done with your painting, keep your painting flat. If you lift your painting up and you have a lot of water on it, it's going to come dripping down, and maybe some of the paint will drip down in ways you don't want it to. So keep your painting flat until it dries. I hope you have fun making your own pet bird drawing. Bye-bye. Oh, here are the rest of the steps. So let's put the steps on one more time. Use your pencil and make a big letter S. Draw the eyes, the beak, and the cheek. Make a line that comes down and curves back up for the body. Draw the wing, maybe you want to add feathers. Draw the feet and then put a branch. Add your leaves. If you want and you have room, you could put a cloud in the background. Then go ahead and color the whole thing with crayons. Go over every pencil line. Paint over the whole paper with watercolor using the side of your brush and using plenty of water. Keep your art flat until it dries and enjoy having your own pet bird. If you really like the way your pet bird came out, you can name it. And then you can send a picture of it to me, Ms. Mary, at mernst@ausdk12.org. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.